we discussed that in one of our clips, or we're gonna discuss it if you haven't seen it. And we're gonna give you some variations with respect to the exercise movement in and of itself and how to add some variations into it and make it more Pilates-like, or more, if you've been doing group strength, or if you haven't done group strength, how to make it more group strength-like. So here we go. Nicole's gonna come forward. Now typically the exercise is you sweep the arms straight back and you come straight back up. So it's really a back extension exercise, a hip hinging exercise. Pulling back and then coming straight back up. So some of the things I really cue is when you pull back, let the hands go all the way past the hips. Also when you come back, you also want to think about lifting the head up, and the tendency is to really hyperextend the back. We're not looking for that. We're looking for the chest to stay lifted. So more think about lifting the chest up and really extending from the upper back while keeping the integrity of that rib connection versus popping the ribs and hanging out, and going through extension of the back. So that's what you do in group strength if you've gone through our gravity group. You can also do that, that's what we do in our workout. Now to make it more Pilates-like, or to add a different element, we can add more of a roll. So as she sweeps back, she's gonna start with her head and slowly articulate up, beginning with the head, and then she's slowly gonna articulate down. Or you can start with the low back, so she starts rounding up and rolling up that way, and then she can start to roll down starting with the head and coming all the way forward. Then you can have her come all the way back, rolling up, and then cue, really reach the hands behind you and try articulating down. See how those hands want to come forward? So do it again. She's slowly going to come up. Now really keep the hands behind you and think about rolling down, starting with the head. Keep reaching the hands behind you. There you go. And come all the way down. So just that little bit of a cue and tweak can really add another dimension to the exercise. So either do the hip extension or add the roll in. Some other things you can think about when you do the exercise is you can add that rotational component in. When she comes back, either do this with articulation of the spine up, or you can do it with the hip hinging action. You can also go into a high kneeling position too. You can add the high elbow row, which we do in the workout in and of itself. And the other element you can start to do is start tweaking the hand position. So instead of always sweeping the hands straight back, what I like to do is think about opening the chest, because we're so much here anyhow throughout our day. So as you do the surfer, you're actually having your palms facing toward the tower, which adds just a nice kind of opening of the back. And you can then go right into more of a horizontal abduction, which is really hard, but is really good for your postural muscles, because then you're working the lower back and the upper back, which is really needed. So those are just some tweaks on the surfer. So I hope that adds just a little bit of element and a little bit of change to the class that you're already teaching. Thanks.